Just a nice sunny breezy day out here today. Hope it's like this weekend. uh, had a question um, about how I decide which yard sales to go to, and I started thinking about it and started coming up with a lot of stuff. It's not really as simple a question to answer as you might believe at first. Um, so I started writing some stuff down, and this is what I came up with here. When you go to yard sales, you basically need a plan. I'm calling it a battle plan. What's part of a battle plan? You got to plan your attack, gather your resources, use intel, go for high value targets. Plan your attack. Newspapers, Craigslist. I check a couple newspapers, I check Craigslist. Just start writing them down. Write everything down in your area that you go to. I normally don't travel too far. Anything that sounds good. Write down the address, the time, and if they mention something good, like if I see a sale and they mention fishing and hunting stuff, I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna put that down there. That's what I look for. Antiques. Let's see. Gather resources. You need money. You can go out there and hit the yard sales with only $10 in your pocket, and probably, you might be able to find something you make some money on. But the more money, the better. Truck, you don't need a truck, but it sure makes life easier. I can't imagine doing yard sales without my truck. I used to go around doing them with my Firebird, and you have to get pretty creative when you have a Firebird to fit everything in there. Flashlight, remember first rule of picking, get there early. So you're probably going to need a flashlight if you get out there before the sun's up. Use intel. What does that mean? Have certain addresses outperformed in the past. There's a house I go to every year. They have a sale every year, and every year I clean up. I can't wait for these people to have a yard sale. If you watch my stuff, it's the place I got the war bond from. I just get a bunch of stuff from them dirt cheap that I make a ton of money on, and believe me, when I see that they're having a yard sale, they go at the top of my list. Where are the old people? Ask yourself this. When I'm out yard sailing, I would much rather pull up to a yard sale and see two 70-year-olds standing out there unloading their stuff than two 20-year-olds. The chances are the two 20-year-olds are going to have just some baby stuff and some new junk. I'm looking for old junk. That's where you look for the old people. At least I do. If you're not into the antiques, maybe you don't want to look for the old people. That's up to you. Go for the high value targets first. Play the percentages. Community sales. That is always number one on my list. Not all community sales are as good as others, but you get a lot of people set up in a small area that you can cover in a short period of time. the advantage is you have a chance, you have a better than usual chance of finding something good. Established neighborhoods. I'd much rather go to a neighborhood that's been there 50 years or more than a new neighborhood that's that was just built less than 10 years ago. Because chances are the neighborhood that was just built 10 years ago, it's all going to be young people in there, and they're all going to have baby stuff. I'm not looking for baby stuff. Waterfront houses. Rich people have better stuff than poor people. First rule of picking. Always, always get there early. You organize them, organize your sales. Get them, after you write them all down, go back through, organize them, and start out by time. 8 o'clock sales you want to start going to around 7. If they have a 9 o'clock sale, you want to get there about 8. I'd much rather be early than to pull up there and see that they already have everything sitting out on tables, because chances are somebody's already gone through it and picked out whatever good stuff they have. This may not apply to everybody, but for me, the golden hours are from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Most of the sales around here start around 8 a.m. So between 7 and 9, that's where I find the bulk of my stuff. Like I wrote down here, this is the time to put 100% into picking. Go at it. Don't stop to get some breakfast. You know, don't stand around and chit chat. Be friendly, but this is the time to be all business. Look at the sale, move on to the next. Cover as much territory as possible. And in between your list, if you come across a sale that you hadn't written down, that's an unadvertised sale, I usually stop at them. They're normally pretty good, because nobody else knows about them either. So there you go. I think I've probably missed a few things, but this you get a feel for it here. But get organized. Get your battle plan together for the weekend. Get your list together. Keep a database. Some people keep a little book. You know, if sales, I just remember it in my head. If I've done really good, that address sticks with me. But you can keep a database. Start writing down addresses, what you got there. You don't have to write everyone down, just the really, really good ones, or maybe the really, really bad ones, so you don't waste time going there again. Big unknown is technology. There's a lot of apps out right now for smartphones that will plot yard sales for you and give you directions from one to another. It's something I haven't used. I'm still in the dark ages when it comes to using a cell phone. But something to look into. So there you go. Remember, it always goes back to the first rule of picking. Get there early.